Hey, what's up, guys? How are you today? Welcome to my vlog. Now, today I got a story that just happened to me a few days ago, and it's to do with internet, with my internet provider as well. And I'm gonna tell you which one it is because it doesn't really matter. I have internet from Virgin Media, and I only have internet. I don't have like TV and phone, nothing like that. Just the internet. I'm just interested in that, so I have internet, broadband, through Virgin Media basically. And I've been their customer for, I don't know, 14 years. It's been a very long time since I've been their customer. Maybe not 14 years, but it's like, 10 years, something like that. I've been their customer for a very long time. And I'll get to the point, but when I started out, years ago, or rather we started out, we had a 10 megabyte internet, so that's what we paid for. A 10 megabyte internet. I don't remember how much I paid for it. It was so many years ago. But yeah, it was 10 megabytes internet, and then I remember I moved, and the guy on the phone, because I moved and needed, obviously the service provider over there. So I called him up and he said, I want 10 megabytes of internet, the same as I had before. And he said, at 10 megabytes is not that much, what are you gonna do and stuff like that. He asked me a few questions, and it's like, we have 50 megabytes internet and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. I told him, like, but 10 megabytes is unlimited, right? So it's like, doesn't matter to me if I use, if I download, for example, 100 gigabytes of data or not, it's still unlimited. 10 megabytes is just the transfer speed. It's still unlimited internet. He said, yeah, but it's like, it's the price not gonna be that much bigger, so at least take 50, right? And I said, all right, you know what? I'll take that 50. But the guy was so determined to give me a bigger internet, and back then 100 was like the top notch. 100 megabytes internet was like the top tier basically of the internet. And he was like, you know what, I'll give you 100 megabytes for the price of 50. It's like, he was determined to give me 100 megabytes internet that day, man. I don't know why, but he was just determined to give me that. And he said, yeah, the same price, everything, you're gonna pay for 50 megabytes internet, but I'm gonna give you 100, right? Because I've been like with them before. So because I said that I had through you and stuff like that, I just moved the house and I just want internet, right? I don't remember how much I paid back then, but as I say, it was many years ago now. But yeah, he gave me 100 megabytes internet for the same price, for the price of 50 megabytes basically. So but I don't remember how much I paid for that. And then later on, they called me a few times and said, like, oh, do you want 150? I said, no, 100 is more than enough for me. I don't need any more than that. 100 megabytes data transfer, it's like, that's more than enough for me, right? I don't need more than that. But they called me a few times and I told, no, I don't want to increase, I don't want to pay more and stuff like that. It's like, that's enough for me. I'm paying what I'm paying and I'm happy with 100 megabytes. But the time passed, they stopped calling me, time passed, and they naturally, for the same price, increased it to 150 megabytes for me. Like basically, the price rose because of the inflation, obviously. The price rose because of the inflation. But I had, for the price of 100 megabytes basically internet at that point, I had 150 megabytes internet. And, the years passed again, kind of thing. And I was happy with my 150. I was paying the normal kind of price for like 100 megabyte internet. I was happy with that. And then, I logged in one time, maybe a few years ago, I logged into my account to pay the bill, and I see 200 megabytes internet all of a sudden, like out of nowhere. But the price was like £2 more expensive as well. They gave me 200 megabytes internet, but the price rose a bit. I was like, you know what, it's like £2 or £3. It's not that much of a difference. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna keep the 200 megabytes internet. I think they even send me like a letter or something. I just don't really give a shit at that point. Okay, let's overtake that if I can, because he's going like 30 miles an hour. It's very hard to overtake with this piece of crap. And the BMW was first, like kind of, he overtook me. I didn't expect that. Come on, let's go BMW. You were so fast to overtake me, so why are you so slow now? So yeah, I didn't bother like calling them up or anything. I just kept the 200 megabytes internet. And again, I was happy with it, you know. I was happy with my internet. The download speed, the upload speed was pretty fast. Never went down below a certain degree. I paid a lot for my internet because I didn't have up to the deal. My contract didn't specify up to, because I took the contract very long time ago. My contract specified a basically precise number. So if they gave me 200 and whatever time of the day I checked, it was pretty much 200. You know, give or take maybe 5% fluctuation, but it was pretty much 200 megabyte internet. And I paid a lot for it, like 50 something pounds. I paid £50, I think I paid for the internet alone. But that was the contract. Now, about a year or something like that ago, they stopped my contract. They didn't like the idea that I had literally the constant kind of speed with very little variation. And so they didn't like that, I suppose, and they kind of terminated my contract. They said that we are terminating your contract. You will still get internet and stuff like that, but you just don't have the same kind of benefit. So it's going to be up to 200 megabytes basically. So they changed it that way. And you know, I was fine with that as well, because I don't really use, as I said, 100 megabytes even this day. 100 megabyte internet is plenty for me. I don't need like 200, 500 megabyte internet in order to, you know, work on my computer and stuff like that. And I don't really stream. Even when I stream, like 100 megabyte internet is more than enough. It's like you have 10 megabytes upload speed. That's more than enough. But a few days ago, I logged into my Virgin Media account and just to pay the bill, and I see 250 megabytes internet. What the fuck, man? It's like 250 megabytes internet, but 250 megabytes internet, but the price turned into £60 a month. No longer 53 I used to pay because of the inflation and stuff like that. I understand, you know, the price rose every other, you know, year or something like that, so they couldn't keep it like the same price all the time. But the price, my bill jumped to £60 an hour. Instead of 53, it was £60 an hour. Not an hour, sorry, a month. I was like, no. I'm not paying that much, mate. First of all, I don't need that much fucking internet. That's one thing. And the other thing is, I'm not gonna pay 60 fucking pounds. That's £7 a month. That's like over 80 quid a year for a speed I don't really need. So I said, okay, fuck this shit, you know, they're increasing it, they're doing whatever they want, I'm just gonna fucking decrease it myself, because through the app or through the account, I can just go select a specific speed that I want and just downgrade. I don't even have to call them. So that's what I did. So I chose, because that's the lowest one, I chose 125 megabytes internet, right? And imagine, it's half basically, right? Of 250. How much do you think I will pay for it? Like for 250, I was supposed to pay £60. How much do you think 125 megabyte internet will cost? How much less? Obviously it's not going to be more, but how much less? And it's £7 less. £7 less for half the speed. It's again £53. Like, the internet is so fucking expensive, man. But yeah, I don't want any TV fucking deals, shit like that. I don't need any of that crap. So I'm only taking the internet from them. I don't take TV or phone. I don't need a landline. I don't know who needs a landline these days. Like, maybe businesses, but I'm not a business. I'm a private person. So why would I need a landline? Literally, everyone has a phone in their pocket these days. There's no point having a landline anymore. But they still push it out to you. So yeah, I don't take any of those deals. I just want straight up internet, and it cost me it's gonna cost me from the next month £53 for the internet for 125 megabytes. So I get less speed, half the speed. I pay more. I used to pay for 200 megabytes. I used to pay £53. Now I pay for 175 megabytes. I'm gonna pay. Actually, I can go on third gear. Now on 125 megabyte, I'm gonna actually pay. Is this guy fucking for real? Actually, it's like he's going 20 miles an hour, mate. Are these people for real with this van? 40 miles an hour road, he's going 20 fucking miles an hour, man. I'm not gonna turn, but I'm gonna squeeze in somewhere here. Imagine that, 125 megabytes internet. And that van's gonna be annoying, mate. 125 megabytes internet cost me the same amount that I used to pay for 200 megabytes internet. Nice. I'll probably get like someone will say, why don't you change the provider? It's like, I don't give a shit, to be honest, because without the provider, yeah, I'll get probably a better deal for 1 year, and then I will just pay more again. Just not bothered at this stage. I was happy paying. I used to pay like 40 something pounds, I think, for when I had 150 megabytes, and I was happy paying that because I had constant speed. Now the contract is gone, so I don't have the constant speed. I have up to whatever, so it's no longer affecting me. So it's no longer rather in effect that type of deal, which is a shame. But I suppose today's day and age, you know, the internet is pretty stable. In the past, that did matter to me, because when you had a 10 or 50 megabytes internet, that mattered, especially when you have the 10 megabytes internet. That used to matter because, you know, with 10 megabytes internet, if you had up to 10 megabytes, you could have 1 megabyte internet. So that's why I wanted specifically a constant speed internet, so that I will have that 10 megabyte internet. And I used to pay for it more, I'm sure of it. And the same happened with my other deal. Once I got 100 megabytes for the price of 50, but that was only, I think, for 1 year, and then later on they increased the prices, obviously. And they're gonna, you know, kind of quote inflation and stuff like that, but obviously they increased the prices. But yeah, Virgin Media just literally 3 or 4 times in my life increased my internet without really my consent or anything. Not that it mattered to me, because like I said, I used to pay the same amount pretty much. But now, a few days ago, they just increased it to 250, because apparently they don't provide 200 megabytes anymore. Some kind of thing, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, mate. It's like, dude, like at this stage, you could have just overtaken him. Like at this stage, you could have just overtaken him. It's just, that is just plain dangerous. Why are you trying to overtake him when you just braking, dude? This guy also like turned on an indicator. That guy's going fast. That guy turned on an indicator well before, and then he positioned himself to the left, literally. I thought he's gonna overtake him. Now he's going like 50 miles an hour, but he's like, you're gonna stand on lights anyways. What's the point? So yeah, anyway, they increased my internet again a few days ago to without my knowledge even, because I didn't know anything about that. I don't think I even received a letter about that. And apparently they don't provide 200 megabytes internet anymore, kind of thing. So the lowest one they provide is 125, and the other option is basically 250. So I suppose that's why they increased it, because they don't provide it. But at the same time, you know, they increased my price, and I wasn't happy with that. I'm not gonna pay £60 for internet, mate. It's like, nah. And again, the cheapest internet is already over £50. It's like, what? £50 for internet, mate. But yeah, maybe I'll search for another provider. I don't have to stay with Virgin Media for sure. It's like, I don't have brand loyalty. I'm just not bothered changing my internet every year because of better deal, a few pounds better deal, man. So I'm not bothered with that. I'm actually gonna go this way. Should be able to fit. Oh, I will be able to fit, no problem, because this guy's turning. Don't see the biker guy. There he is. Okay, he turned. Good job. Cycle lane closed. Still using it. Good. Good job. Wow, this guy's going 30 on this road. It is a 30 miles an hour road, by the way, which is surprising. They didn't change it to 20 yet. Oh, lo. So yeah, that's my kind of story now. It's like Virgin Media just taking a piss sometimes. But what can I say? Now I will have 125 megabytes. And I'm probably not gonna notice the difference anyway. Like, I'm not gonna notice it. I'm gonna notice the difference of £80 a year less, basically. So I saw more than 200. There's 500 megabytes internet. Who the fuck needs 500 megabytes of internet, mate? Like, literally, who needs 500 megabytes of internet? Half a gigabyte. Who needs that crap? Half a gigabyte of internet of download speed. Upload speed is gonna be like 30 or 35. Obviously that's much smaller, but just the sheer amount of download speed, like half a fucking gigabyte a second or something like that. Who needs that? Who needs this crap, man? I'm asking you. Anyway, thanks for watching my rant. Next time I will probably see from me there's gonna be a trip or something, and then I'll continue on with vlogs or something else. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, have a nice one and blast out.